Hi, and welcome to Root Beer Library, where we wear the frothy stash. This is episode 9. We're on to episode 9 as of now, and I am Matt, your host. All right, today we are going to be tasting a classic in the brownie caramel cream. Let's go ahead and pop this top and get into it. All right, so today we are tasting the brownie caramel cream. This has a good history to it. It's a root beer that's been around for a while. It is going to be a different taste and flavor. It's very caramely. I already know that. It's very creamy. I already know this. But I will get into the flavors. We'll have it hit the palate, and we'll talk about the differences of this and other root beers. All right, let's go ahead and get a little bit more information on Brownie. So this is carried by Orca. So let's talk a little bit about Brownie, or we'll read a little bit. This is brought to us by Orca Bottling Company again. So basically, if you're not familiar with Orca, they kind of have tried to bring back some of the old root beers and sodas and flavors that were essentially lost in history. They've been able to recreate them or get the recipes and bring them back for us. So here's what they have to say. Brownie Root Beer was one of the main carbonated beverages made by the Atlas Beverage Company. Atlas was started in Detroit, Michigan around 1929 by Polish immigrant Walter, can't say his last name, not going to butcher it. Atlas Beverage sold brownie caramel cream root beer and other sodas such as Bulldog Ginger Beer, cream strawberry, and club soda. The bottles were available in cases and were sold to homes and local businesses. When the company founder retired, he passed the business to his sons, Butch and Leonard. They ran the company together until Leonard retired and Butch bought out his shares. Atlas Beverage closed about 1996. The company mascot was a little smiling brownie reminiscent of the impish characters created by Palmer Cox in the late 1800s. Cox was a Canadian illustrator and author who published cartoons, books, and comic strips about mischievous but kind-hearted fairy-like spirits. So, as you can see on the label, and of course I'll push it up here, you got the little brownie character right there. Let's go ahead and pop the top on this and get into it, and I'll tell you kind of where our flavor palettes go with this one. Smell that, it's just caramel right off the top. It's like a piece of caramel candy. I knew that going into this, but man, it's really super strong. That's the only thing that I get when I put my nose to it, at least at the bottle. Let's pour it here. As you can tell, not super frothy, almost no froth at all, no real bubbly or carbonation there, very limited or little to none. Well, there is some, but it's just little. You know that saying, little to none. It's more on the little, whatever. I put my nose in there, I tell you, it's just caramel. Caramel straight across the board. Definitely a little bit on the, I want to say creamy side, and I don't know that there's a smell for cream. Well, I guess there is, but it's definitely caramely. Very deep, dark, rich color, almost black there, and it's, you know, that's pretty much the color of this thing. Just, I mean, I can't see the bottom of the cup or anything. Yeah, wow. I hate to say this, but I don't know that you can really call this a root beer. There's no root beer spiciness to it. There's no that root beer flavor. This is a caramel cream soda. It's really, I mean, they've tagged it with root beer because it probably has some properties of root beer. There's probably certain barks or so forth that are boiled when making this that are part of the process that help with the flavor. I think if it didn't have that, this would be overly sweet, overly powerful, and be way too caramel creamy. No one would drink it. So they've kind of combined these two in this. It's not bad. It's just not a root beer. It's caramel cream. It's got a very heavy caramel flavor, smell, a heavy creamy flavor. The flavor doesn't really linger to last as long as, it just doesn't really last that long on my palate. It's not bad, but this would be considered like, you could have this as a dessert by itself. It's super, super rich with the caramel and the cream. Just very, very rich within those flavors. If you just heard a car go by, it's because I have my garage door open, and of course I film in my garage, but it was such a nice day out and I figured I'd get some natural lighting in today. There you go. So back to this, again, not a bad soda, but I don't categorize this as a root beer. That name's on there, and yeah, there's some properties of root beer in here. This isn't a root beer as far as I'm concerned. It's a nice caramel cream soda. Again, nothing wrong with it. Very, very sweet, very heavy on the caramel, very heavy creamy side. So if you're looking for more of that bittery, nice root beer with a nice kick of sweet cane sugar, this is not going to be it. This is definitely caramel. Would probably be very, very good with a nice, rich vanilla, like a true natural vanilla ice cream. Probably taste really well with that because those flavors would intermix. It would be a rich, rich dessert, but probably tastes really good. This might also be good in cooking in regards to if you're using this as a substitute in some baking. This would probably go over well because of the caramel and the cream there. So there you have it. So this is the Brownie Caramel Cream Root Beer. It's in the name. We've reviewed it. We've tasted it. Again, in my opinion, not a root beer. It's a soda, but I like it. Overall, not bad. So, all right, thank you for watching this review, episode 9. Don't forget to like and share, and I am your host, Matt. Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think about the videos as far as they've been going. See you on the next one. Thanks.